part of our journey. We have left Phoenix proper. We're on I-10 east, about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to Tucson for our first destination, which is Saguaro National Park. This will be our 8th national park this year, and then we're going to stay overnight at the casino off of I-10 in Tucson.
Took the scenic route from I-10 to Saguaro National Park and arrived at the Red Hills Visitor Center 30 minutes before it closed. At the Visitor Center was a few mini exhibits, a gift shop, and an informative video to watch. We were also able to stamp our National Park Passport book. Then we walked around the Cactus Garden Trail. Dogs are allowed on the trail and outside the visitor center, so Piper came for a walk with us. The sun is starting to set and we need to head over to our sleeping spot for the night.
Alright, so last night we stayed in Tucson at the Diamond Casino. Let's see if we can find it over Chris's shoulder there. There's a hotel with them. They allow you to stay in the parking lot on the hotel side. The casino is way down over there. There's truckers are allowed, so there's a couple out there, about 5. There's 2 other RVs over there as well. We ate at their buffet. It was so-so, casino buffet. The brisket was really good. I had to get a couple of servings of that. Piper's doing okay. It was about 42 last night, so she became a little cold and was trying to get underneath the blankets last night. Right now it's about 50, very windy outside, about 50-mile-per-hour winds. But we're leaving Tucson, heading over to White Sands National Park. Our first stop will be in about an hour, where we will eat breakfast and find a Starbucks and fill up with gas. We ran off of battery last night. We were not plugged in since we were in the parking lot. Before we went to bed, the battery was 95%. This morning, after refrigerator plugged in all night, we had some fans going for white noise. Then using the water pump, lights, it was 79%. So I think not bad. It's an hour after we left Tucson. We are stopping at our first break. We're off the I-10 in Wilcox, Arizona. Sorry, Piper just barrel through me in our little hallway here. She's down on the floor there walking around. Chris is in the grocery store. We stopped at a Safeway grocery store because they have a Starbucks. So he's getting me a coffee and him a white chocolate frappuccino, I think is what he likes. But I assembled some breakfast. So what I did before we left was I cooked up a whole bunch of bacon. I made a breakfast bar. So here's I cut it in half, but here's my breakfast bar. I have about 9 pieces out of the loaf I made. I put almond butter in it, flaxseed, chia seed, hemp seed, egg white, ginger, cinnamon, oat flour, and almond flour in that. So we get some good nutrients with that. So we have some bacon. I made a whole bunch of hard-boiled eggs. I cut one in half for him and I to split. And I have a quarter of a piece of avocado for each of us. And we are also splitting a clementine. I like to make some batch cooking meals on the first few days of us traveling. That way we don't dirty dishes. We don't have to worry about cooking anything. We're not going to be in a campsite for a week. So we really have to conserve our water. Again, last night we stayed at the casino. Tonight we're going to stay at a Walmart. And I believe tomorrow night we're also going to be staying at a Walmart. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be eating both pieces of that breakfast bar because Chris might pick up some donuts inside that grocery store. I just feel like he might do that. Piper's just so nicely waiting. I'll show you. You good? Say hi. It's your water bottle, your bed. She loves hard-boiled eggs, so as soon as I took one out of the shell, she has sitting nice and pretty and begging for some egg. So there's Chris in the yellow sweatshirt. He just walked out carrying drinks, trying to see if he picked up donuts. Oh, he does have a bag in his hand. I bet you he bought a pumpkin bread loaf from Starbucks, probably. We'll see when he gets in. So Chris is back in the van. He picked up pumpkin loaf and a load of coffees. So that's my coffee. I like plain black coffee, nothing in it. He got two of the same drinks. And I always forget what this is. Vanilla sweet cream cold brew. That's his favorite drink. He loves getting that. And then he gets a Frappuccino every once in a while. A caramel Frappuccino? Yeah. So the thing is, we stocked our refrigerator up, so I don't know where he's going to put all these drinks to drink later.
Something's going underneath in the trash.
And Piper still knows that there's hard-boiled egg up on the counter, and she's saying, give it to me. We're about, 30, 40 miles from the state park. We just got off of I-10. We're trying to follow directions to get to the correct road. We have to get to 25 north. We missed our exit and accidentally took 25 south, which circled us back to I-10, over through the little town again, which takes Las Cruces, and it takes us through New Mexico State University.
White Sands Missile Range surrounds the park. US 70 leads into the park and is closed during testing. This occurs about twice a week for 1 to 2 hours. Thankfully, this didn't happen while we were here. The White Sands Missile Range was established during World War II for research and testing, which included the top secret work of the Manhattan Project to develop the atomic bomb. At the Visitor Center, we were able to view small exhibits and a movie about the park. There is also a small bookstore and a gift shop. We were able to stamp our passport book and buy a patch. The building of the Visitor Center was built in the 1930s as part of the job creation project during the Great Depression. We jumped on Dunes Drive, which is a 16-mile round-trip road, and headed into what felt like another planet. The road starts at the Visitor Center and has passing pull-offs and a few covered picnic spots. There are also easy turn-offs into parking areas for 5 trailheads. The white sand formed from gypsum mineral deposits on the seafloor over 200 million years ago. Gypsum is a type of calcium sulfate, and the dunes cover 275 square miles of southern New Mexico, about 40% of which are contained in the park. Dunes Drive goes out 8 miles, then makes a circle to come back to the Visitor Center. We parked at a pull-off in the circle and walked around the dunes. Dogs are allowed to explore with their people parents, so Piper had some fun with us. It felt so strange out here with the gleaming white sands, the low mid-afternoon level of the sun, and the hazy clouds, almost like we were walking around on a planet far, far away in a Star Wars galaxy.
All the tracks. That's people tracks, dog tracks, and little tiny bird tracks. There's two different types of birds. was a dog here before, but these are Piper's tracks. But look, there's little tiny dog tracks from before. We're at the end of the road in the park. It's a big loop, takes you back around. We're at the top of the dunes to take a look. The sand's actually a little compacted. We thought it was gonna be hard walking on it. Here, I'll show you. See? We actually don't fall through at all. Some people have sleds and are going down. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
It was another story walking down off the dunes. Here the sand was softer, making it harder to move.
I'm not coming down there. I'm gonna hurt myself. Alright, I'm gonna leave the camera on. Let's see what happens. Oh my god. Where's Chris? Let's look at him. I don't like this. Now I'm covered in sand. See, I had no sand on me until just now. But I had to listen to you.
We needed to figure out how to clean all the sand off of us and figured this would work good enough.
All done?
Good girl.
Good girl.
Alright, you get in.
Yay! Alright, you want me to do you?
Right now, baby.
Alright. Okay. Alright, now we get this stuff here. We've decided we're gonna go for this boardwalk trail. It's 0.4 miles out and then back again. I feel like I should be in like the Outer Banks, not in the middle of New Mexico, you know?
Beginning in the 1880s, people and manufacturers extracted gypsum from the dunes. Gypsum is used in many products like drywall, toothpaste, and chalk. Mining eventually stopped with the establishment of the park. The sun is about to set, and we need to drive into the nearby town of Alamogordo to find the Walmart.
Good morning. We just woke up about 30 minutes ago, 6:45 in the morning. We slept at this Walmart overnight in Alamogordo, New Mexico, about 20 minutes from White Sands National Park. It's freezing. If you can't tell, I'm all bundled up. It's 33 degrees, however, our phone says feels like 27. So, very loud Walmart. Trains going by, a lot of activity going in and out. The store does close at 11. They allow you to park in a lot. There's one other RV back there. And then there was a van that arrived throughout the night that parked behind us, an aisle, and then there was an individual that was here with a teardrop in their vehicle last night too. But we're gonna head out for the day. We're heading over to, where are we going? We're heading over to our 10th national park for this year, and that's going to be Carlsbad Caves in New Mexico. It's about a 3.5 hour drive to where we are.
We need to get Roamin and head to our next destination. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, share with friends, and leave a comment. Take care.